So today we're going to do a sequence on unwinding after a long car ride. So the first thing that we'll do is just get into the hip flexors, and I recommend doing it in this order just for balance and for safety of the body. So I'm going to start with just a really simple low lunge. Start on your knees, step the left foot forward, have the knee tracking right over the ankle, place the hands down to frame the foot. Then I'm going to scoot my right leg back by coming up onto the toes of my right foot. Keep walking back until you start to feel that stretch. And then just be mindful that you're not dumping into the hips, into the low back. I'm drawing my belly button in and up. And then from there, you can start to feel that weight into the right hip. And then another little thing is that sometimes the tendency is to pop that right hip up. Make sure that the hips are relatively even here. And then you just breathe into that. You could untuck the toes on the back foot if that feels good for you too. Taking about 5 breaths here. It's really nice to open the hip flexor into the psoas. Because when we're sitting in our car all day, it's not so kind to those areas of the body. And from here, I'm just going to shift back and get a little hamstring stretch too from driving. That can get super tight. And making sure that this knee is underneath my hip. And then again, the tendency is to have that left hip pop out. I'm really being conscious. I'm rolling my left hip back to be even with my right. I'm tenting up on my fingertips, keeping my chest reaching forward. I have super sore hamstrings today. I took a wicked class yesterday, and so I'm a little sore here, actually, so this feels really nice. Inhale, keep moving that chest forward. And obviously, if you want to go onto the palms, if you want to go deeper, that's okay. I would recommend keeping that back nice and flat. One more. And then I'm just coming forward and getting out of that somewhat gracefully. I'm going to do the other foot now. Inhale, step that right foot forward. Have that knee tracking, the ankle tracking underneath the knee. Hands are framing the foot. I'm coming up onto the toes of my back foot, walking back the foot until I feel that stretch across the hip flexor and the psoas. Keeping my knee tracking over my ankle to keep that knee nice and safe. Hands are tented on the floor. Relaxing the back foot, drawing belly button in and up. Feeling for that right hip, becoming somewhat even with the left. And then my chest is reaching forward. Inhale, keep tractioning the chest forward. Exhale, you can sink a little bit. Just make sure you're not dumping into the low back. We want to keep that low back safe. And a really nice way to do that is to draw the belly button in as well. One more inhale. And then I'm shifting that weight back. Oh my goodness, my right hamstring is really tight. Making sure that left knee is underneath the hip. Tenting up onto my fingertips, flexing through that right toe. Inhale, keep reaching that chest forward, and then exhale, you can sink into it a little bit more. Wow, my hamstrings are really talking to me today. Making sure that right hip is lining up with my left as best I can, sucking belly button toward the spine. Chest comes forward. I also find that most of these stretches are really nice after like a long bike ride too. One more big inhale, and then I'm going to try to gracefully get out of that, coming onto my back. So for this one, you'll need to get pretty close to a wall. I'm going to scoot over so that when I straighten this leg, I'm going to cross it over my body, that I have it flush against the wall. So it's really like a little side twist. It's getting into the IT band here. I'm pushing my foot on the wall. I'm making sure that my foot is parallel. Then I'm straightening through the leg. Keep both shoulders grounded on the floor. And then you can kind of do whatever you want with the bottom leg. I keep feeling for my right hip pushing down toward the ground, pushing my foot into the wall here. I'm feeling a super deep stretch across the IT band. It feels really nice. And you can just breathe here. You can do whatever you'd like with the arms. It's important though to make sure that that foot is lined up parallel and it's not sickling in or out. Keep feeling for that right hip moving down toward the ground. And then inhale, slowly move that foot away. Just might want to shake out the hips a little, rock the knees side to side. And then I'm just simply going to scooch around on the mat to do the other side. Taking that left knee in and over, finding the wall, and then you can kind of play with how far away you need to be. Making sure again that that foot is even, it's not sickling in or out, and then feeling the left hip dropping down toward the mat. And then that right leg can kind of do whatever it feels like. And just notice if there's any differences from side to side. For me, my right leg tends to be a little bit tighter, probably because I drive with my right leg. Just keep breathing here. You can use that hand even to push the leg away a little bit. Feeling for the shoulders grounding down. One more big one. And then I'm gently moving that leg away from the wall. Scoot my body back onto the mat here. Coming into a little figure four, I'm crossing the left ankle over the right knee. That's one variation, or you might want to just forklift that leg in and keep the other knee bent. That gets a little bit deeper into the hamstring, like right up at the attachment point there. Keep thinking about grounding the shoulders down, keeping that top foot flexed to keep the knees safe. Breathing deeply here, and then letting that foot go. And across the right leg over the left now. Either choosing to come into that figure four, or you can forklift the leg in. Again, I'm tighter on my right side, so my leg doesn't come as close to my torso. And I like to keep my left foot on the ground. You can also work with it straight if that feels okay. It doesn't feel the best on my back personally. Keep that top foot flexed, making that knee joint nice and happy. And then breathe super deeply. And then let that go. This last little one here, it feels really nice for my back, and after driving, the low back can be a little bit tight as well. That last one, either the forklift or the figure four stretch, is also really nice to release the back. So for this, you'll have the feet pretty much underneath the knees, but I want to be able to straighten my arms here. So what you're going to do is take your hands, the little L's, put them right into the crease of your hips. I'm taking a big inhale, letting the chest lift. And then on exhale, I'm pushing my thighs away. I'm getting some traction in that low back, and for me that feels like a massive release. It can take a couple of times to kind of get used to it and to try to really feel for what I'm feeling for right now. Exhale, let go. We're going to do it one more time. Take those crease the L shape with your hands into the crease of the hip joints. I'm inhaling to lift the chest up, and then exhale, I'm pushing everything away, and I really feel my low back tractioning out here. It feels amazing to me. And if it doesn't to you, just skip it, but at least give it a few tries to kind of see if you can get that feeling. It almost feels like somebody is pulling me from bottom to top. And then exhale, let go, hug knees into chest. You can do some circles with that low back. And then you are all done.